What's up, fellow garage dwellers? It's up, Chuck Chops. I have to do something I really don't usually enjoy doing. I've got to clean my Goldwing. It's dirty. I haven't washed it all summer. It is now the end of October. It needs cleaned. Besides that, as I'm cleaning it, I'm going to give it a thorough once over. Check the fluids. Um, just get eyeballs on the whole ride because there's a trip I want to take. Um, it I don't know if I'm going to make it. We'll see. But I got to get ready before I can try to go, and that starts with cleaning. Before I go any farther, however, I made a short, and I said UPS had lost my package. They did not. They were just late. UPS reached out to me in the comments and said, hey, we want to make this right. Contact us privately at this in this format. Besides, YouTube. And by the time I saw it, my package had come in, and better late than never. I'm not upset. I'm glad they got it to me. I appreciated them reaching out. I was not freaking out ripping UPS. It was just that happened to be the carrier of that package. If it was USPS or FedEx or whatever package delivery service other than UPS there is, I would have said the same thing. So me and UPS were cool. Thank you for reaching out. And welcome to the mess. This is where I left off. Came out here for a minute. I got a new Woodruff key. Said one that was slow in getting here. It appears to fit. There's my other bits and pieces I've been messing with. So we're about ready to branch on the DT250 again, but I've got to get this other bit done. On a side note, my dad knows I do YouTube. I don't know if he watches. I've not told him about my trip. I tried it earlier in the spring and didn't make it real far, and the folks kind of freaked out. Like, you gotta be careful. You didn't tell us, and so I guess if I say what I'm doing on YouTube, and Dad doesn't say something to me, he doesn't watch, which is fine. He watches other stuff. But or he could double back on me, not say a word. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alright. Welcome to the other cluttered part of the garage. It's fancy. Anyhow, I got guts and dirt and grime and just general filth on the bike. So we're going to try to get the worst of that cleaned up and check fluids. I will obviously check tire pressures right before I leave. Maybe we'll do a little packing and be optimistic I want to make this thing. So the weather doesn't look too cold for when I'm wanting to leave, but looks like a pretty good chance of rain on the way home. I'll have to get my baggy rain gear out, and wrap up my phone. So map says it's where I want to go is 14 hours and 4 minutes away, also known as 952 miles. I don't know if I can make that in one shot on a 30-year-old Goldwing. Let's see. 31-year-old Goldwing. Supposed to be super reliable. I put a couple thousand on it already. I'm right on the brink of, do I change the oil or do I wait till I get home? Gonna check on that and see, is it dirty? Is it cleanish? Do I need to change it right now? Right now. We'll see. I don't know if you know this about me, but I am not worried about sparkly clean show bike. I'm worried about good enough clean. I can see out the windshield. I have some leftover Griot's Garage Spray On Wash. It says you don't have to rinse. I like to rinse. I'm also inside with a wood floor. So I have a bucket and a clean rag. We're going to try this. I used to use this on my Harley. It did pretty alright. My Harley did not have a windshield, so to speak. See if this smears it up. Okay. Seems to be cleaning pretty good. There's probably some die-hard Goldwing guy going, "You can't do that." One of the mean faces, people losing their mind, but I guess this Goldwing guy's doing it. And if I have to buy a new windshield, I guess that's what I have to do. That's I almost scratched this thing to death, but get my rinse rag in here. Give the inside, excuse me, I give the inside a little wipe. Maybe I'll grab a shop towel. That's not too bad. Once it dries, I'll be able to see out of it. This stuff smells good. We'll let that soak on the bug guts a minute. I'll give the old cockpit a wipe down. I'm using Armor All cleaning wipes because that's what I have. It's good for the car inside. Should be good for the motorcycle inside. Well, sort of inside. You know what I mean. My lighting is not wonderful. But good little wipe down. Oops, I do all over the place. Good little wipe down, never hurt anything. Like I said, I am not the guy that has to have it show quality clean. I just don't want it looking nasty. Clean my screen. Clean my buttons. Bye-bye, dirt. Flip it. Get this handle by my seat. And get this. The last time I took this on a longish trip, I made it to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and I was getting the wobbles bad. And I think it's because I cheaped out and I did not buy a new front tire when I replaced the back tire. I think it was more worn than what I thought. I was also overloaded, I'm certain. I had stuff here, I had a backpack there, I had tools in this side, like the 110 Stanley piece toolkit from Stanley that I always brag about I've had for a long time. And I had the right bag full too. Like, I was maxed. It was, should have known better, but so I had a couple things working against me. High winds, probably not so good front tire, and I was overloaded. This time, I'm going to try and do better, be a little less overloaded, and pack a little lighter. Still would like to put a tool roll together, but we'll see how that goes. I'll let this sit a minute. Hey, looky there. That ain't half bad. Pretty, pretty Goldwing. Pretty, pretty. A little scrubby dub. At least have the worst of it off. Get my rinse rag. Uh-oh. I have not done that. A little scuff on the mirror. That is okay. Part of the reason I enjoy this bike so much is I 100% do not want to wreck this bike, scratch this bike, or hurt this bike. But if I do get a little nick on it, I'm not going to be heartbroken. It already had its scratches when I bought it. Excuse me. The nice folks I bought it from took pretty good care of it, but it was not a new motorcycle when I bought it. It was not a showpiece. I can ride and enjoy. If I can't drive it and I can't ride it, I don't want it. I don't enjoy things that are too nice to enjoy. Anyhow, back to scrubbing the slug. I'm not near as cute as the lady bikers scrubbing on their vehicles, because you know, I don't fill out a swimsuit real well. On another note, when I got home from that failed trip and I got a new front tire, a fork brace, and new front wheel bearings. That was a trip installing. That was before I made any videos. I kind of wish I had made videos of it, mostly for my sake, but I didn't, and it's fine. if I have to do it again sometime, I will certainly make a video of the pain and sorrow of taking plastic off a Goldwing. I've heard complaints that these bikes are hard to work on. The working on is not the hard part. I sourced a actual shop manual from my dad's friend Wilbur. He's actually a BMW guy. Had a BMW sales for years. But he did ride a Goldwing for a while and had the full, like what a shop tech would use when they're wrenching on one. And I have my trusty climber manual. And it's pretty good too. Also today, I need to get my battery tender poked out from below my seat, and that way I can plug that on when the weather is inclement. Get this wiped off. I think I like this spray wash. I'm doing fairly good. Not killing myself. Trying to get this dude clean. And with all the electronics on this thing, I say all the electronics, it's probably nothing compared to what is on a new bike, but even a new Harley. This doesn't have navigation or any of that stuff. It's okay, I have a cell phone. You don't want a lot of the water in the switches, because that can cause problemos. I think I'm just going to finish cleaning and bring you in later. By the way, my YouTube dashboard says I have 8 subscribers now. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. If someone sees this and would like to make a comment, that would be pretty sweet too. I don't really know how all this stuff works. I'm just making videos, having fun with it, working on bikes, and hopefully someone else likes it. I don't really have any goals. I don't know that it's fun. YouTube's kind of fun for me to do, but I don't need 1 billion subscribers. I do have a job. If enough people like it, YouTube wants to give me money, then alright, that's cool. But I do appreciate anyone who watches, and a few people watch. I have fun making videos. I'll keep doing it a while. Anyhow, less talky, more scrubby. Alright. Scrubbing is complete as it is getting. It doesn't look too awful bad. It's amazing what just taking off a little dust can do. One would think this bike would be very, very hard to put on the center stand. But I watched a YouTube video. If you use these handles here, oh yeah, and you gotta find it first. Press down with your foot. Pull up. That's all it takes. Back at the workbench. The bike is warming behind me. Let's get this tool rolled. Honestly, I've never looked real close at it. Alright. Adjustable wrench. Ratchet. Okay, that works. Small set of pliers. 8 mil, 10 mil. Ah, that's cool. Various screwdriver attachments. 27 mil. That, pretty sure that fits the axles. Spark plug socket. Hexes, extension, feeler gauge. I also have 14, 17, 7 and an 8 wrench, box end, another 10 and a 12. I might not need to make an extra kit. Seems pretty comprehensive. Well, I mean, I'm not going to overhaul the whole bike with this, but if I'm in a pinch on the road, it would probably do me good. We got some sockets from 17. Down to an 8 mil. I feel pretty confident with this tool roll. I might snag on a couple bonus wrenches for the ride, but Honda Aspen Cade. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what it says. You just have to believe me, I guess. We are now at operating temperature. Found my battery tender cable. Now I just have to find the other end of it. I'm pretty sure it's plugged into the wall. Shut her down, let it sit, and then we'll check on the oil. Alright, we've been sitting about 5 minutes. And that gave the time, oil should have given the oil time to settle in. Let's give her a wipe. Ow, it's hot. It is nice and clear and clean. I don't think I'm going to need to change on it. I'm right in the good range for how much is in there. So, no oil change needed. By the time I get home, it will absolutely be time for an oil change. Now, I've been pondering, do I go with a new battery? I don't know how old this one is. I've ran it all summer. It's not giving me any signs of, you know, failure or not working. But the little voice in the back of my head says I'm going to get halfway down my trip, 400 or 500 miles. It's going to take a, going to go out, and then I'll be scrounging for an auto parts store on foot. Let's pull it out and see if we can find a date. If it's just a couple years old, I might chance it. Surely AutoZone has one, or O'Reilly, or Advance, or somebody should have one. Now let's pull it out. Let's check. nearly big enough. If I'm a betting man, that's a 10 mil. I think 9's going to be too small. It's a 10. Please take note of all these wires coming in, how they're routed. That's more for me, but the more you know. Aside. Okay, definitely gonna need a big screwdriver. I'm having a little trouble getting a good angle for my screwdriver, and I don't want to make that Phillips head any more boogered up than what it is. So, let me show you my custom custom passenger foot peg mount rod. I don't know the right word, but I used some round bar I got off Amazon and some cotter pins. I ground down the edge, drilled a hole. Had to make the hole in the pad, the footrest a little bigger, but it works. Alright, I got the screw out. That there. And we're going to go here and watch me struggle to get this battery out. There is no date. At least nothing easily discernible. My credit card's gonna hate this. Here we go. 5/22. May of 2022. This was built. It is October of 2023. I'm comfortable with that. That's a year old. It's been regularly ridden. I'm not scared of it. I feel much better now. So I'm going to do a little bit of pre-packing. I know I'm going to need a tarp to lay underneath my tent. I've got a warm weather sleeping bag. I have my tent bag. I have my tent stakes and my tent poles. And outside of that, I will need some road water, enough clothes to change clothes a couple times, toiletries, and then yeah, I've got to get this thing shrunk down as small as possible. Because I've got to fit everything I can inside the bags so I can slide from the driver's seat to the passenger seat while I'm riding and give my legs a stretch. Four stakes, 2 poles. I know some of this can fit in my trunk. How much of it, I am unsure. This is pretty light. Maybe, let go of that. Maybe, just maybe, should let it ride there. Don't know what I would do if this gets wet. Maybe I should have double bagged. Maybe I should do that. I have never went moto camping before. I have camped. I have motoed. But I have not put them together. Let alone put it together for an 1,800-mile trip. So like that. Okay, so I got 3 straps. I don't think I'm only going to trust these. I think I'll have a backup plan. But it'll be a good start. Should be good. Tarp, sleeping bag, tent. I'm going to keep my left bag for tools and such. Probably any odds and ends I may decide I want to take with me. And I'm going to keep my right bag for clothes. I may be wildly underprepared, but that's why there's Capital One Visa, hotels, and good old fingers crossed. What's up, fellow garage dwellers? It's up to